LaSchultz,
Here.
Burns,
Yep.
Gilbert,
Here.
Chartrand,
Here.
Moorhan's been excused, Colzer's been excused, Osborne,
Here.
King,
Here.
Dahlhoff,
Here.
Please stand for the invocation and pledge. COVID-19 is hitting way too close to everyone's home. Please protect and strengthen our children, the elderly, homeless, unemployed, sick, frontliners, and caregivers who are exhausted but not giving up. Please refresh their minds and renew their strength. Prop them up on every leaning side. Thank you for your grace, love, mercy, and healing power. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The 10/6/2020 board meetings have been distributed. If there are no amendments, they will stand approved. Report of the Finance and Rules Committee per Rule 6.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The Finance and Rules Committee has met, and they recommend to waive rules to act upon late resolutions.
Need a motion? Ron, second by Randy. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Privilege of the floor. I would like to start out with something here.
Larry, can you pull your microphone a little closer?
I'd like to mention a recent event which has occurred. Over the past 9 years, a Northern New York business magazine has held an event called the 20 Under 40, which honors 20 young professionals who are under 40 years old for their leadership, ongoing career growth, and community service in the Jefferson, Lewis, St. Lawrence County area. Out of the 60 nominations this year, 20 awards including 6 recipients from Lewis County. The first 4 are Catherine Bingo Larson for the Lowville Academy and Central School District, Lydia Young with the Young Law Firm, Tyler McDonald from the Constable Auction Hall and Adirondack Asset Auctions, and Jerian Odell with the Carthage Area Hospital. Thank you for your hard work and community service and your commitment to Lewis County. It's people like you who make this county the best place to live. The remaining 2 awardees in Lewis County are members of our Lewis County government team. I am pleased to announce that Ashley Waite, our public health director, and Ryan Cachet, our county manager, are those who were selected for this award. Since late February, when the COVID pandemic initially began, Ashley has shown us her superior leadership skills in guiding the county through this unprecedented public health disaster. She has worked selflessly 24/7 since the outbreak, now in its 9th month, sacrificing her family life, her role as a wife and mother of 2 young children, all in order to keep the rest of us safe. We are so fortunate to have Ashley at the helm. As for Ryan, his uncanny ability to foresee or predict unknown future problems and then navigate through them as they unfold underscores his visionary management style. With his guidance, this board has made many policy changes since he's come on board, all playing a part in more efficient, more streamlined, more cost-effective government for the good of Lewis County. Without a doubt, a truly remarkable leader. I am most thankful that we have these 2 exemplary leaders as members of the Lewis County government team. I am both honored and proud to serve with them. Thank you so much to the two of you for the work that you do. Congratulations on your recognition and award. I would be remiss if I did not also recognize the many members of our staff that have stepped up to the plate, done double duty, and shared a part in all the extra work that this health emergency has brought upon us. Thanks to all of you for your extra efforts. Lewis County is a better place today because of your efforts. Thank you all.
Thanks, Eddie.
You're welcome, thank you. Privilege of the floor. Anyone have anything they would like to share from the floor? If not, we'll move on to presentation of petitions, communications, and notices.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The following resolutions were received from Seneca County. A resolution supporting Bill S-113/A4939, an act to amend the Public Health Law in relation to the Unpredictable Nursing Home Inspections Act, and a resolution supporting New York State Senate Bill S-112 related to imposing a nursing home purchase moratorium on those who own or have owned failing facilities. Greene County submitted a resolution supporting Bill A11245, Product Stewardship Program for Paint. A letter of appreciation was received from Alan Matusiak, thanking legislators for all their efforts and support in fixing the North Laval drainage problem, which encompassed parts of Route 26 North and Lewis County General Hospital. Legislator LaSchultz, District 2 representative, submitted his official letter of resignation effective November 23rd, 2020. And I'm going to read that. Clerk of the Board, Cassandra Mosier, fellow legislators, county employees, and residents. Please accept this letter as my formal notice of my intention to resign my position as Lewis County legislator representing District Number 2 with an effective date of November 23rd, 2020. This decision was very difficult for me to say the least. However, circumstances dictate my necessity to relinquish my duties as a Lewis County legislator due to residency requirements. Having recently purchased a new home in Cattaraugus County, and upon the sale of our current home in the town of Krogan, Janice and I will make our primary residence in Cattaraugus County, and therefore I will not be legally able to continue to represent the residents of Lewis County, and in particular, District Number 2. I have spent my entire life as a resident in the town of Krogan, and therefore Lewis County will always be my home. I have spent the majority of 46 years in community and public service in various capacities, both voluntary and elected, and I will cherish these forever. My time as a Lewis County legislator has been both rewarding and frustrating, to say the least, and I feel grateful for the opportunity to serve the fine people of District Number 2, whom I hopefully represented to the best of my abilities, and a heartfelt thank you for that trust. However, I am at a stage in my life where my family deserves my full attention, and I also need to truly retire and enjoy what time I have left with them. I have always told people that you will realize when it's time to retire and walk away, and that time is here for me. So in conclusion, I want to express my gratitude to my fellow legislators. It has been an honor to serve with you. County department heads and employees, it has been a pleasure to work with you. County residents, has been rewarding to represent you. I will continue to serve to the best of my abilities until my last minute in office, and I am truly and naturally Lewis. Sincerely, Randall L. Schultz.
Thank you, Randy, for your service. I have to say it's been a pleasure most of the time working with you. I think we've accomplished a lot in moving some things that have been on the table forward for a long time, and I appreciate your service.
Thank you.
Wish you well going forward and the best for your family.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Reports of county officers and departments.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Legislators received copies of the Treasurer's October report, the October Highway and Solid Waste Department's audit reports, minutes of the October Youth Bureau Advisory Board meeting, and the apportionment of mortgage tax report for the period of April 1st, 2020 to September 30th, 2020. County Budget Officer Ryan Shea submitted the 2021 tentative Lewis County budget and a 5-year tentative capital improvement plan to all legislators accompanied by his budget message. That's the end of the report.
Thank you. Reports of standing committees. Tom, Finance and Rules.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I have nothing to report at this time.
Any questions for Tom? Thank you, Tom. We'll move on to Jerry, General Services Committee.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Brian, I had a question for you. You said the RFPs come in, so you could send them out and we can look at them?
Yep, we will.
Solid waste and,
Yeah, we were waiting on the bid documents, so we have, the final engineering prints, but obviously the bid documents is the large packet that, will be posted online that kind of goes through the details of the project. Those just came in this morning, so I can send those to the committee, and Jerry and I were talking, you guys can decide if you want to move, there's two motions, remember, because we split the solid waste side from the scale house side of the project. So you can decide if you want to go forward with those tonight, contingent upon reviewing the documents, or I can send you the documents and you can vote on it on the 19th or whenever.
yeah, if we could, do we need to do a motion now if we're in committee? We can move it forward out of committee, right? And not have to wait till this, December's meeting?
Sounds good to me.
Can we?
Yeah, I would say so. And we have the meeting on the 19th.
Okay, yeah, if you'll get those, and if you got all legislators, because they need to know what's going on too, if you could send them a copy of the bid document, RFP,
Yep.
and then we'll take care of it at committee meeting. Thank you.
Yep.
That's all I had, Mr. Chairman, thank you.
Any questions for Jerry? Thank you, Jerry. Moving on to Randy, Health and Human Services Committee.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I have a motion to authorize Public Health Director Ashley Waite to refill the clerk position due to an internal promotion effective immediately.
Moved by Randy, second by Jerry. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
And you've already said what I wanted to say with regards to the COVID crisis. The employees have stepped up to the plate commendably and above and beyond. And other than that, that's all I have tonight, Mr. Chairman.
Any questions for Randy? Thank you, Randy. Dick, Hospital Board Representative on Hospital Board.
Yeah, just a couple of things. First off, the employee for the month is Lori Peters. She's a senior keyboard specialist. And if you see Lori around the hospital, congratulate her on her award of employee of the month. And the other thing, there was a loss of $1.5 million versus a budgeted loss of $200,000 for the month of September. Before we get real excited, and I'll ask Ryan to chime in a little bit too. Our year-to-date surplus is $78,009 versus a budgeted surplus of $261,423. It's my recollection, it's not in the minutes here, that this was due to the IGT true-up and what have you, where we had been taking the IGT in each month, pieces of it, and we found out the IGT dropped. So this is true up the IGT. I believe that Jeff still expects to meet his break-even budget. Everything is picking up. Income is looking better now that COVID hopefully will let us operate better. So there wasn't as big a gasp as I had when I heard. I think we're going to be okay with it. Jeff or Ryan?
Nope, you got it exactly right, Dick. The hospital has to choose a month to book the IGT revenue, and they always choose to honor it in whatever, August or September, and that's why it's showing the loss.
That's all I got, sorry.
Any questions for Dick?
I don't have a question, I just have a comment. Recently, I made use of the facility up there, and other than having a hole in my head, it was a really, really positive experience. The staff were great, and especially there was one in particular that I found out later that person had been Employee of the Year previously, and I could certainly understand why. And but anyway, everybody was really well, really nice.
I will relay that back and thank you for those kind words.
Thank you, Dick. County Manager report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I think everyone's aware of what we've been up to the last couple of weeks. I will kind of echo what Larry and Randy have said. Our departments outside of public health, we've asked them to step up, and they have, with monitoring and with quarantining the residents in Lewis County. We've had folks from probation, social services, planning, real property, office for the aging. I mean, everybody has chipped in to contribute, and for me, you know, that just makes me really proud. They contributed without needing to get the union involved. They contributed without, you know, needing to have major questions and problems. Everyone was very selfless, willing to step up and help, and I'm very proud of our staff for responding. Before you is the tentative budget, which means that this is now your budget. The staff is done. Everything else that you guys want to do to change or alter the budget can be done by motions of the board. When we did our budget workshop at the October committee meeting, we were looking at a 1.4% tax increase. Based on some of the sentiment on the board, Eric and I went back. We reduced that to a 0.8% tax increase. So we split it right down the middle. Some folks wanted 0, some folks were okay with the 1.4. So we tried to kind of split it, you know, the best we can. So I am here to help if you have any questions about the budget. If you know, want to know how to formulate a motion that you'd like to change something, I'm happy to help with that. But at this point, it really is in your hands, and you know, anything you guys need, just let us know. Other than that, that's my report.
Any questions for Ryan? If not, we'll move on to the treasurer report.
Yes, I've provided you a written report of some highlights from the month of October, and just a couple notes I will make. Our normal tax real estate foreclosure auction, as you know, is in May. We have been delayed on that this year, but it is now kicked off online only. So it started today, and the online bidding closes on November 5th. I think there are 13 properties, definitely a low number, partly due to restrictions with COVID. So it won't be, you know, a huge dollar auction, I don't believe, but it's good that it's started, and there has been great success in other counties with online only auctions. At the same time, our process for next year's foreclosure is just beginning. We actually sent out mailings on Friday for 205 parcels. That's quite a bit reduced from previous years, so we'll hopefully keep that number low as we go forward. And I would also note our 3+1 process is, I think I updated you recently at the committee meetings, is moving along well. Also, the company right now is beginning to work with banks and financial institutions to assist us with some other investment alternatives. So hoping that piece of the process will move along quickly also. That's all I would have for this evening.
Questions for Eric? Report of the Finance and Rules Committee per Rule 7.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The Finance and Rules Committee reports that they have examined the claims presented for payment in the total amount of $1,453,964.41 and recommend that they be audited and allowed for the amounts claimed.
motion? Ron, second by Jerry. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That carries. So moving on to resolutions, we will continue with the slate. Is there any resolutions that anyone would like to pull out of that before we,
Mr. Chairman, I would like to state that resolution number 298 is being withdrawn. And we do have a late resolution, so 277 needs to be pulled out of the slate for a roll call vote. And the late resolution 306 will do separate as well.
anyone have any others they'd like to discuss? If not, I have a motion to move the slate. Tom, second by Ron. Any discussion? Dick?
Yeah, the resolution 298 that got pulled out, we got some emails on that. I'm assuming that's going to come back in a little different form, probably maybe a month or so, right?
That's
It's-
resolution 306.
Yes, it's the late resolution for tonight.
The late one, okay.
Yes.
Very good, thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And the slate carries.
Okay, resolution 277, auditing and allowing claims in the amount of $1,453,964.41.
Moved by Randy, second by Jerry. Discussion? Roll call?
Okay. King,
Yes.
Colzer, I'm sorry, he's announcing. Chartran,
Yes.
Burns,
Yes.
Hathaway,
Yes.
LaSchultz,
Yes.
Gilbert,
Yes.
Osborne,
Yes.
Dahlhoff.
Yes.
Okay. Resolution number 306, fixing date of public hearing for opening a section of County Route 194 for the Lewis County Snowmobile Trail.
Moved by Jerry, second by Ron. Discussion. I believe, Jackie, that the new one takes out the S
Yes,
curves
and
that
anything
were
by the guardrails.
the concern in the previous resolution.
Thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Other business. Do we have any other business? If not, we need a motion to go into executive session to discuss personnel. Someone would like to make that? Ron, second by Tom. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And we will take a 5-minute break and then we'll go into executive session.